Hello, my name is Lori McNorton, Floral Design Coordinator for Super Floral. Today, as a part of our series on the how-to videos for the budding designer, we're going to embellish a beautiful green plant with some fresh flowers and some decorative wire. Okay, so one way to embellish a green plant with fresh flowers is a very simple step. What I'm going to start off with is a bouquet holder. This one has a little bit of a slanted handle. You could do either the straight or the slant. This will actually, as you see, will slide right into the plant when I'm done. So what I've done is started off with some green ball dianthus and just kind of covered this. We're not going to make a really large piece, just enough to embellish the plant so we don't take away from the beautiful green peace lily. So again, started with the dianthus, and then I'm going to just add a few fresh flowers here. My main flower is going to be the lily. And keep in mind as you're making this that it's going to go into the plant. So we want to be able to see all the way around. And also I'm going to make a wire collar, which will also help with this design. So I've just got a lily, I've got some rhododendron blossoms here. Kind of add. And as I make this, like I said, we're just kind of tuck this in and around. Couple varieties here. Make it a little interesting and some really fun textures. Trying to hold this up so you could kind of see how it's going to be made into. I want to keep that in mind as to how it's going to sit in front of the plant. Let's go this way. I kind of use the dianthus to kind of cover up the mechanics of the holder. But this will allow for you to use your fresh flowers. It'll hold up for several days. This is a nice addition to the plant, say for funeral sympathy work. Also, how about a new business, you know, sending flowers there to where they'll keep the plant but has a touch of the fresh, which is always nice. Got some wax flower here. Add in that. My messenger. Got a couple of ranunculus we're going to tuck in here. Okay, maybe, let's see. Sometimes the ranunculus is a little bit tricky to get into the foam. So I'm going to insert a wire. And it still goes in the foam, so it still has, but it keeps it a little bit more stable. Something here. There we go. Now we will kind of make adjustments when we add it to the plant. But that's the first step, getting the bouquet ready. A little addition there. Next thing we're going to do is make a collar out of decorative wire. Again, just another nice little embellishment. And this is really easy. We've just got the wire here. And I'm just going to take and make kind of some loops here. No right or wrong way to do this, but I do have a starting point. And we're going to always come back to that point. And you could just do a few loops, or you could add, let's see, I've got 6 or 7 here. Make just a couple more, and I think that'll be good. So I used about half of that wire. Now I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail here, because what I'm going to do is use this to tie off the center here. So I've got both ends. So just going to kind of bend that around. That starting point here. Again, got this piece. Do the same thing. All right. Oops, gonna miss that one. Let's do that. That kind of ties off our wire. So what I'm going to do is just play with this. You can bend it, you can keep it as simple as you want, but what this is going to do is kind of make a collar around our plant. So it's just another texture, fun, easy way to add some dimension, color, and texture. So let's get that out of the way. I also have a heavy gauge wire just for, I'm going to also use that so that I can insert that into the plant, and it's just an added security that it stays in the plant. But you could also just use, if you left this a little longer, you could use that as well. So this is what we're going to do. So kind of have a little handle here. Okay, so again, we have our collar ready to use. So no right or wrong reason to this, no right or wrong way to make this. So then we have our beautiful peace lily in a simple urn. I've taken some sheet moss and kind of covered up the base of the plant. Just another little detail that I think is always nice. So let's see, we want to kind of find the front of this plant, which I think this is a good spot. And we're going to add our wire collar right into the base of that plant. Okay. Then, instead of a bow, now you know, normally you might put a bow there if it were for sympathy work, but like I said, this is just a little bit different. Walk around here, and we have the handle, so we're just going to work that down into the plant as well. And then we can move our collar, our wire treatment. However, and there's lots of different colors of the wire, so have fun with it. I think we used green. This time we're using purple. But so there you have it. It's just a little bit of an embellishment. Doesn't take a lot. Very simple to do. So, and who wouldn't love that for like a grand opening, a new business, or again, sympathy work. Once the flowers are gone, then they have a beautiful green plant that they could keep at home. So you can see these techniques and more in the May print edition of Super Floral and Workbench Basics. Tune in next month where we're going to do the basic techniques for a flower crown. Until then, have a super floral day.